Hey everyone, Adrian here. So this has been a highly requested feature for a lot of businesses that are offering personal training or facility rental to freelance trainer who bring their own client in for training. So essentially, the feature that we built allows a gym now to say that at any point in time, I'm gonna only allow 7 different bookings to happen, regardless if it's gonna be my own client booking a use of the gym or a freelance trainer booking the gym and bringing on their own clients. Okay, and now if you were to go into services, appointments, setting, you will notice we have added this thing called enable max concurrency per facility. So by default, of course, this will be turned off. But once you turn this on, you will notice that for every facility that you have pre-created, you can now set the maximum allowable bookings for that particular facility at any point in time. Okay, so facility, in case you're wondering where that is really under here, outlet. And then when you go into facility, this is essentially where you create all your different rooms, right? So it is essentially referring to my main gym, okay? And with that turned on, it will warn you that if you have set up a parallel feature in any of the appointments, it will automatically turn that off. Reason being concurrency and parallel cannot run at the same time. Okay, so you either have parallel service or concurrency per facility. Now that I have set up Bukit Timah and main gym to be 7, if I were to go into my this calendar view, and let me just go into say 16. As you can see, on the 16th of July, I have a few clients who have already booked me, and my concurrency is set to 7, right? So now as you can count, there's one booking. Okay, click here, you can read. It is actually a freelancer gym rental. This one is a freelancer gym rental as well. And then it goes on and on, as you can see. And with this, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what it is telling me now, if I were to book a appointment for the facility, it will still allow me to book. So now I'm going to go into appointment, going to go into freelancer gym rental, Timah. I want 1 hour, and I click continue, and I go into Wednesday, as this is Wednesday. Yeah. So on the 16th, as you can see, I can still book a few different timing, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and book 9:30 and done. As you can see here now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in total. So now, as you can see, at which timing do I already have 7? It's actually 9:30 to 10, right? So essentially, if I were to go to appointments and try and book tomorrow, which is in this case 16th of July, you'll notice now 9:30 disappears. I have no longer the ability to book 9:30 or 10, 9:30 to 10 essentially, right? 9:30 to 10. And that is why can I book 8:30? Because it's 1 hour booking. 8:30 to 9:30 means that I'm still less than 7 booking. Correct. So, and then why 10 is because 10 o'clock onwards, if I count how many bookings I have, is 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is why it's allowable, right? So I'm just gonna go in and book a 10, and then with this, immediately ding, as you can see, go here, and then you can see 10 o'clock is allowed. And this is essentially how concurrency will work, is it will try to allow any booking to happen as long as at any point in time, based on the duration needed, it can still squeeze in a booking without exceeding the number that you have already set up for max concurrency. And in my case, is 7. And this way is fantastic because different services can book into this facility called main gym. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So it just knows that as long as this particular appointment that you set up, in my case here, I go into here and I go into gym access. And in here, all I'm saying is when someone tries to book a gym access, it will be tagged to the main gym. And because I tag it to the main gym, it counts as 1 out of the 7 concurrency that I have set up. Okay, and this is what I meant by when you have max concurrency, parallel cannot be activated. It will be deemed by default. And of course, everything goes as usual. You can set up a 1 hour, or you can go ahead and set up a 2-hour variant, right? And then say that it's like $36, and then you can deduct from all these packages and membership, etc., and all that. And this is essentially how you set up the appointment. And now that you have all this set up, it is why it is now smart enough to be able to calculate this. So if I were to say try and like book a class, something that begins with 8:30, maybe I try that, and I'm just going to show you, and it's going to be 2 hours. You'll realize that it's not going to be allowed. Yeah, so freelancer gym access, 2 hours Wednesday, and you can see from this 8:30, if I'm going to do 2 hours, it'll be 10:30, but at this particular point, there are already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that is why it should not allow 8:30 anymore. And there you go. The earliest allowable is 10. Why 10? Because at 10, 2 hours, at no point in here, it will hit 7 and above. And yes, essentially that's how this new concurrency feature works. And hopefully you will find this feature useful. Really good for people who ran a facility to a fixed number of people at any point in time for them to do whatever they do, right? So it can even be a dance studio where there can only be 7 people practicing at any point in time. And yeah, so up to you to figure out how best to use this for your business. Thank you.